gemute en je hoort dit.
Oh fuck,
nee, dat had hij toch nooit doen.
Ja, dat is Max.
Maar yoghurt.
Max, moet je die stekker ook even hebben voor jou?
Ja, dus. Een pluizenbol zeker. Ah, nee.
Maar ze zijn serieus in de stream, Thor, ik maak geen grap.
Straks dan.
Yeah.
Ja, dus.
Dat is toch
Een pluizenbol zeker. Ah, nee. Oh ja,
Ik maak geen grap.
Dat is toch...
We staan er echt op.
Hey, is het balance harder of softer?
Nee, gekanten. Oh mijn god, ik zeg
Wat is het?
You can join
Harder.
later on. Bye.
Nee, bel.
Hello, welcome to round 19 of the French GP. Welcome back, how are you all doing? So we've got a McLaren coming around the final corner to start his flying lap time, and who is it? That's live now, so go on board with him as he approaches his way into turn 1, now coming down into turn 2. Very difficult corners in turn 1 and in turn 2, especially this one. He slided out, he almost lost the rear end of that car. That's very difficult in turn 1 and turn 2, and the strategy I think is mediums to hards. I don't think those soft tyres will be involved unless they do a 2-stop, of course, and the safety cars will also play into a factor, but we'll stay on board with live now and see how he does throughout the rest of the lap. We come onto this long straight now, plenty of opportunities to overtake, and I've got yellow flags because I have to think he's just spun. And who is that? Nobody, as I can see. Coming down into turn 9 and turn 10. I'll read the comments out as well. Epic qualifying. You should, alright, this is what we said to the drivers. You should stick to the white lines on this track, and if you get seen abusing it multiple times, you get penalised. I don't understand which part of the track is it. And I've only just realised I'm in the game chat, not party chat. Just hold on. Very interesting then, Miku. So what part of the track are you talking about? And he backs out of it. It's a 34.7, but backed out of it at the very end. Who else is going to come across the line? Alex. I think he's about to start his flying lap time. He is. Laggy Racer currently on provisional pole, a 31.8 for him in the Red Bull. So Red Bull 1-2. Houseman's in second place, but Houseman qualified on those hard tyres, doing some bankers of course, so plenty more to see from him. Who else is out there on their lap time? Patrick, got a ball with him. I would have won the race, lapping my fucking ass off. Patrick then, as we go on ball with him, as Kyle Timmets goes quickest with a 131.0. I haven't done my track research, so I don't really know what corner is which, but I'll try and find out. Ryan Webb, 30.7 for him in the Ferrari, so it's a Ferrari 1-2. Let's see what Patrick can do. Patrick goes up into first, a 130.5. Good job from the Renault driver at their home GP. 2/10 quicker than Ryan Webb in second place as he gets out of the way for other people. Finley Stewart crossed the line to go up into third place, a 30.8 for him. And yeah, cuts the corner completely. Good time. Who else is out there? Yuri Games, NLR Yuri coming down into the first and second corner. He's just crossed the line, and where is he? He's up into 9th place, a 32.1 for him. In the Toro Rosso, Kefri's just been caught in the corners, so he'll be invalidated that lap time. But any corner shouldn't be abused. Turn 5 is one of the first slow 2 corners right-handed before the straight. I've seen in time trial, I saw in time trial that people go out wide so they can get a best exit and get some good speed going out that corner. Alex is up into 10th place on the medium tyres. So is it a 2-stop strategy? Because before I did a 1-stop at mediums to hards. I swear it's a 1-stop strategy, but unless these times are bankers, then could be a 2-stop strategy on the soft runners. Welcome back, F1 champ. We've not seen him since Hungary, so nice to see him back out on the track. I don't know where F1 Fourth is. I don't know if he's a reserve driver or full-time driver, but F1 champ, we saw him in the top 3 in Hungary. Let's see what he can do at the French GP. So welcome back in the racing point. Moitinho's retired from the session again. Now I think it's just genuine that he wants to qualify last. I don't think he's got any qualifying bans whatsoever. Can't find anybody on their flying lap unless sure he's going to go for one. Yes, he is, but he's about to start one. What's that McLaren doing? Is he on a lap time? Nah, he's backed out of it and it's vacant field and he's in the pits. He's run out of fuel too. Chris, we'll go on board with him. Interesting character to see. Will he finish a race this time? He did it in USA. USA he spun out because of those overheated soft tyres, and he comes across the line. And where can Christopher go? It's a 32.3 for him, and he's got up into 30th position. Majority on the field on those soft tyres. I think the softs won't last around here unless those are bankers, of course. But a long way to go in qualifying. Soft to mediums to hard, soft, hard. Any of those can work. I would do soft to hard because I think the hards can go a long way if I remember the top of my head, but I prefer the mediums to hard strategy. The softs just don't last around here whatsoever. Game Freaks is back in the pits. We've gone on board with Yuri and back on board with Yuri on his second flying lap on those hard tyres. Well, his third flying lap. Let's see how we can do through the next corner. Try not to drift out too wide through here. Oh, he spun the car. Got on the throttle way too early and he wouldn't take it. He has spun, and luckily for him, he hasn't hit the walls, and it's the French GP. Very hard to hit the walls of here, of course. And there's the pit lane. Hasn't got a long way back to go as well, so quite lucky at that one. I've never spun it through there, in fact. I've spun it at the exit of this corner. I think loads of people have spun it right here. And there's another corner I've spun it too, but I don't want to say that because it's quite embarrassing where I spun it. I've also spun here as well, that turn 2. I think I just got the throttle way too early than the car would have liked to. Where else have I spun? I've drifted out wide left. I've just... Thank you, Laggy Racer, for demonstrating what I did in another race. Went out wide. Where else have I spun? Christopher on another lap time on those medium tyres as he comes across the line to start his second flying lap time. I'm doing no assists for the record, but good luck on that term, no assists. That'll probably be a validation because Chris went wide out of the exit at turn 2. It's very common for people to do that, go out wide in turn 2. He's still going, so I don't know if he's actually validated or not, but we'll find out if he backs out of it. Well, so that's turn 5, right? And if you get caught doing that, you get disqualified from your lap time. So is that a good example of what people shouldn't be doing? Going out wide through there? Just wondering. I think he's already got a validation, so I don't think his lap time counts anyway, so I won't be too worried about that. Finley Stewart, 3/10 up in the first set, so coming into a heavy braking zone. Brake at the 100-metre board, then right over the curb on the left hand side, coming down to turn 9. So what Chris did then, is that allowed or is that not allowed? Because he went out wide through turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think he's allowed to do that. He went slightly wide, he didn't drift out too wide, but we'll find out soon if that's allowed or not. And if he continues on that lap time, will that count? Chris is currently down at sector. He's coming across the line right now, and if he improves, which he doesn't, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, pretty much not extending there. We're coming into the final corner. Short shifting on the exit to minimise that wheel spin, and where will he go? Can he get it on pole? Yes he will. It's a 30.1 in the Williams. Good job from him. He's 4/10 up on Patrick's time. Patrick is up through sector 2, it says. We'll keep on board with him. Difficult point in sector 3, very technical. Personally I don't like it myself, sector 3. Let's see what Patrick can do at their home GP. Where's the other Renault? He's currently down in 16th position. And now he heads to the final corner. Misses the apex of the X, but I don't think it'll bother him too much. As he comes across the line, it's going to be a 30.3, so he's improved, but position-wise, he stayed the same. So he's 2/10 off on Finley Stewart's time. House split up into 3rd place. Uren, 5th place. Javier comes across the line, and he will go up into 4th. 30.6 for him in the Haas. Nav Gomeister, welcome back. He's on his out lap, V8 fueled and not on a lap time. Kyle in the Alfa Romeo, let's see where he can go. He activates his ERS rather late, comes across the line, it's a 31.5 and he's up into 10th place, just inside the top 10. His teammate's not too far behind him. As we speak, we're on board with him. Let's see if he can get himself back in the top 10. It says he's improved slightly. Coming around the final corner. As he comes across the line, can he get ahead of his teammate? Yes he can, he's up into 7th place. He pushes his teammate outside the top 10. Navgo comes across the line. He's up into 6th at 30.7. Very close to Ryan's lap time. Timmer's on his lap time, coming down the straight, turn 8. It's improved in the first set, so let's see what it's like the remaining of the lap as we get on the loud pedal for him in the Ferrari. Traffic ahead of him, but hopefully they will get out of the way. What Chris did shouldn't be abused. Luckily for him, he did not improve on his lap time. If he did improve on his lap time, what would happen? Would he get a penalty after the race because he would have improved on his position, and that would be unfair because he abused the corner cutting glitch. So I'm just wondering. Personally, for me, I don't really like the French GP. It's not my type of track whatsoever. Don't really racing around it doesn't bother me too much, but sometimes first and second corner can really piss me off because the amount of validations or warnings I get. Timmett's up into 3rd place at 30.4. He's a 10th quicker than Houseman. Good lap time from him. His pace is really picking up into Timmett's. Let's see if we can see more of him throughout the next season because we're coming towards the end of this season. Been a pleasure, an absolute roller coaster this season. From day one I started trying to find out who's on their lap time. F1 champ, as I spoke about him before, is in 13th position and he set his best lap time on the hard tyres. So we've got, don't discount him, we've got plenty more to go. It's on the hard tyres compared to others. The rest above him have set their best lap time on the soft, so keep an eye on him. He could potentially get himself up there in the top 3, I reckon. 3 minutes left, so we'll find out if he comes out soon. Remember, he did what he did in Hungary. He came out very late, then went on to take pole position. In fact, I think that was F4 who went on to take pole position. I think Yuri's backed out of it. But he's coming in the pits anyway because he's running out of fuel. No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Trying to find someone on their lap time. Indy, let's go. 1 and at least, maybe a penalty. I don't know yet. So I think we've already had a British Grand Prix, if I'm correct. So do you know that the exit of Stowe down at turn whatever, turn 15, turn 16, the exit of Stowe, people go wide. Was there a penalty for that? Did you catch people going out of Stowe? I don't know if I saw anybody. I don't think I can remember, to be honest. I don't think I saw anybody go out wide. Possibly did, but I didn't really catch up. Right, majority of people in the pits. We've got someone there out laps. Who's closest to the line? The Ferrari of Ryan Webb. We'll stay on board with him then, because he's the closest one to the line. There's a Williams behind him, and that is Chris. Chris on the medium tyres, it says. Nope, he switched onto the soft, so they're covered towards the end of qualifying, and their main times will be on the soft tyres. Who's committed to go? Oh, it says F1 champs on the medium tyres. He's fitted the medium tyres, so he's on his outlap, so keep an eye on him. F1 champ, it will be very interesting to watch on those medium tyres. The only man that's going to go on the medium tyres. Obviously, people outside the top 10 can change the strategy and go for a different tyre, but F1 champ, the only man to qualify on those medium tyres. As we stay on board with Ryan Webb then, coming out of the difficult part of the track. Very easy to spin through here, which he doesn't do. Now we're on to this long straight. DRS will be enabled for him. Yellow's done at sector 1. I did believe I saw someone off the track, but I think they're just getting out of the way for some people. Coming down into turn 8, very wide through turn 8. Carried a lot of speed through there. Didn't really compromise him much through turn 9, a slow corner. Back on the power again as we end sector 2. 4 tenths up, and where will this put him? It'll put him in the low 130s. If he can find more time through the third sector. Going into this long right hander, very easy to understeer through here. Very easy to spin. Oh, he's gone off the track. I wonder if that's an invalidation. Possibly carried too much speed, or he's just plain understeered off the track, but he still continues on his way towards the end of the lap as he heads to the final 2 corners. Not a scruffy lap, but that corner potentially lost him a lot of time. And where will he go? This will be a 1:30.3, and he's gone up into second place. Look at that. Very close to Patrick's time. Patrick, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. Almost there in sector 3. Next man to cross the line is Chris. Where will Chris go? No, he's going to start his lap time. Kefka comes across the line and he stays in 15th position. Laggy Racer spun through the final corner. Laggy Racer has bottled it through the final corner, but I don't think, yeah, he's retired from the session then. And McLaren comes across the line to start his flying lap. Red Bull comes across the line to start his flying lap. Williams comes across the line to start his flying lap. What's that Red Bull? Oh, that racing point. What is that Red Bull doing? Got plenty of people across the line, but not many position changes, as qualifying is now done. Patrick's on pole. Patrick has taken back pole position. It's a 29.9. The first man finally getting a 29s. Good job from him. Oh, there's been contact with Finley Stewart and Javier. Now, did Javier get in the way as he picks up a time penalty as well? We've got some people going off the track. What has happened towards the late end of qualifying? So he will start down in 7th place unless people will push him out. Ryan Webb not on a lap time. Timmett's on a lap time. There he is, the Ferrari driver. Other Ferrari driver is on the 3rd sector, but he's not on a lap time. Houseman's retired from the session. So I wonder if Javier and Finley Stewart made contact with each other. Coming off worse, obviously, Finley Stewart with a 5 place grid penalty. He will start 7th unless Timmins will push him down the orders. He will start 8th. Where is Yuri Games? There he is as he comes across the line. Where can he go? It's going to be a 30.4. And he goes up into 6th place. I think he stays in 6th place, not ahead of Timmins. F1 champ comes across the line. I think it's a 30.9, and he's on the medium tyres too. I don't know if he's if that was his best lap time or not. As he comes round the final corner, if he had more potential on that flying lap. Can Timmins get on the second row of the grid? Can he do it? No, he can't. He's up into 5th place. And that is qualifying done. Finley Stewart will start down in 7th place. Nothing he can do about that. Could the Racing Point avoid Finley Stewart? He'll be very frustrated with that one, but it releases the pressure off Patrick. Waiting for Finley to retire from the session, the only man that's still out there. That is qualifying done then. Interesting end to qualifying. Patrick on pole position for the Renault at their home GP. F1 champ, I expected him to have made more pace, but did he make a mistake on that last lap? I wonder. So he has the advantage to start on what tyres he wants to. Navgårdmeister on his return back to racing in 10th place, not too bad from him. Out qualifies Joren in 11th. Interesting race ahead of us then. I don't know what we're waiting for. What are we waiting for? Finally. Can't wait to see how this race pans out. So Patrick is on pole position and Finley is 2nd place. He will start down in 7th. Houseman in 3rd, Ryan Webb in 4th, ahead of his teammate in 5th. Yuri Games in 6th place, ahead of Game Freaks. Chris in 8th place. Let's hope he can finish the race this time. Javier in 9th, ahead of Navgårdmeister. Joren in 12th, 11th. F1 champ in 12th place on the medium tyres. Like I said, the only driver except Alex did not improve on the soft run. Kyle in 13th, ahead of V8 Field. De Garbs in 15th, Laggy Race in 16th, Kefman 17th, Alex in 18th, and the 2 drivers of Live Now and Boyton. We saw Live Now go out very early in the session, so I wonder if he just crashed somewhere. And obviously, we all know that Wojtinho does not like to do qualifying. Probably why he gets I don't know. Why he doesn't finish where he wants to finish, if that makes sense. I don't want to put it harshly. How many more rounds have we got after this? It's round 19 now. How many more rounds after this? If someone could put it in the chat if they're watching. How is everybody? You alright? Right then, let's see what tyres people have gone for outside the top 10. Unsurprisingly, on the mediums, and there's one on the hards, which is the Garb. So the only hard runner down in 15th place. You'll be hoping for a safety car at the right point, and F1 champ on those medium tyres. So unsurprisingly, everybody outside the top 10 have gone for medium tyres. I'm still thinking that mediums to hards are better. These guys are doing a 2 stop. Because I don't know. Can they really do a? Depends how early they pick. Can they take these tyres to the? Can they take the hard tyres to the end of the race? Soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft. We'll find out soon. Soft to hards probably be too much of an ask for those hard tyres to do all that. Oh, we've got a Toro Rosso who's just spun in the, and off the track he goes. Looks like to me he applied the brakes and the rear's locked up, but safely back on the track. Heb je vandaag weer die league? Have I got a league race today? I have got a league race today. Just in time to watch the race. Gonna be a very interesting race ahead of us. Welcome to the chat, mate. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Put my attention back at the front. Let's see if Patrick gets a better start off the line. Can Houseman get a better start off the line than Patrick ahead of us? As we wait for the lights. Not too bad, as we are underway for round 19 of the French GP. It turns out Patrick gets a decent start off the line. Very decent start. He's ahead already. The second and third are fighting. Red Bull versus Ferrari. Look at that racing point in the background. Probably getting shoved off as Patrick makes his way down into turn 1, turn 2. All clean for the moment. A few drivers going off the track, and there's 2 spinners. That is the Williams, and that is the Toro Rosso who's just spun. I think that's Nav Gomeister, and that's Finley Stewart. Finley Stewart is showing last on our screens, and he's the one that's spun. So Patrick is ahead. F1 Chap already up into 7th place. He gets pushed off the track by a Williams of Chris. Now the McLaren is looking interested. That is V8 Field. V8 Field in 10th place. As F1 Chap has made a lot of positions already. Yellow's in sector 2. We're not in sector 2. Oh yeah, we are. Oh, that is Kyle who's just spun. Navgormeister spun. He's right behind Wojtyla, but need to focus at the front, see what's happening. Make their way down into turn 9. F1 Chap got a little tap off V8 Field. V8 Field taking evasive action off the track. We've got a potential spinner, and that is Javier who's just spun. Comes back on track ahead of Finley Stewart. F1 Chap has got past your end. He's up into 8th place now on the chase. He's the highest media runner in 8th place. Then the Alfa Romeo went off the track there in a difficult part, especially with these soft tyres. Right, 1/10 is the gap between the top 2. Ryan Webb looking interested on Patrick. I think he qualified third, didn't he, Ryan Webb? Or second, because of Finley. No, he qualified third. He got ahead of Houseman already into turn 1. Houseman dropping back, but look at that. Ryan Webb looking very interested at the back of Patrick as we come down into turn 1. He has the outside line, but he has the inside line for turn 2. Patrick has it covered. And Ryan Webb will have to wait as Carl gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane already on lap 2. V8 Field under pressure from Alex behind him. Alex getting a better exit, better run coming out of turn 2. Look at that ahead of us. Jure go down the inside of F1 Champ. F1 Champ stays around the outside. Will he have to give up? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does in fact. V8 Field, oh, the Red Bull spun. That is, who's that? That is Leggy Race who's just spun. Quite a few spinners in this early part of the race. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it sorts itself out as Cal rejoins back in 20th place. No DRS of course to assist Ryan down the straight, and the Toro Rosso being able to put pressure on the Ferrari ahead of us. It is Tibbets. Massive apologies about that again. Yuri Games gone out wide as Tibbets is applying the pressure, and the McLaren's just spun out, and that is V8 Field. Yes, it is V8 Field. Kefbit's retired from the session further down the field. Yeah, apologies about. And a virtual safety car has been deployed. Will they dive into the pitch? No. Yuri does, so Yuri changed his strategy, going for a gamble. Tibbets down in 4th place. Now let's see if this gamble works. I think it's too early to pit. I don't know. They rejoin behind the medium runners, of course. Do you know what? I don't think it's the. I'm trying to think. Do you know what? I don't know if it's the best time to pit or not. Laggy is driving my seat, so this sucks. Oh, how come you're not driving, mate? Right, the virtual safety car is now in. Houseman on the back of Patrick. Patrick run the ball on the straight, but he's got some ERS to assist him. F1 Champ is up into 5th place after starting in P12. or P14, I can't remember, it's definitely one of those two. But what about the top two? I think Hausman's too far back from Petrov in first place. F1 Champ's too far back from the Mercedes driver, and so is the Garbs. The Garbs a bit too far back from him. Unless he'll try and send it. No, he doesn't. Thinks wisely of it to stay out. Philly Stewart on the back of Wojtyła. Wojtyła started down in last place. He goes down the inside, outbreaks him into turn 8. Now going into turn 9. And Wojtyła stays ahead of Finley Stewart. Was it the best thing to pit for Euro Games on the brand new set of mediums? Telling me he's on a 2-stop strategy for sure. Further down the field, looks like Ryan Webb's going to go down the inside. He also pitted on the virtual safety car, going down the inside, and he's made his move on JB. A good move from him in the Ferrari. Goes off the track too. Hausmann getting closer to Patrick on this occasion. I believe in Lackey hopefully he'll score points. Where is Lackey? He's currently down in 15th place on the brand new set of hards. Looks like Hausmann's got more confidence to turn 1 and 2. And Live Now's just set the fastest lap of the race. Is to be replaced by Finley Stewart, F1 champ, 3/10 behind Joren. Finley Stewart on the back of Wojtyła. He locks up, but they both go wide through turn 1, compromising their run into turn 2. Back at the front, Hausmann looks like he's much closer on this occasion to Patrick. The dirty air is not helping him whatsoever. Hello mate, how are you? I think he's a bit too far back to make it into turn 8. Yes he is. What about F1 champ's a bit too far back? He's not even in DRS range, is F1 champ, so I lost a bit of time to those corners in turn 5. This time can Finley Stewart try and overtake Wojtyła. He pulls out, he goes down the inside. Can he do it? Can he outbrake him? No, Wojtyła has the outside line, which converts into the inside line, and he stays ahead again. So Finley tried around the outside, did not work, and Finley tried down the inside, did not work. So what's his next move? Should he outbrake him into turn 8? Force Wojtyła off the track or into a mistake? Meanwhile, the top two are very close. 1/10 is the gap between the top two. So I wonder if Hausmann's got more confidence than Patrick in first place. Back on the fight for 9th and 10th. Look at Finley just absolutely struggling as Game Freak's in the pits. I thought he took the lead of the race then, but it's the short cuts in the pit lane. Obviously too far back and probably smart enough not to make a move into turn 1, which he is. Hausmann just biding his time. You're in 3rd place, F1 champion 4th, Alex in 5th. What about Wojtyła? And yeah, Finley's dropped back from Wojtyła. I think Finley Stewart is coming towards the end of his soft stint. Potentially why he's struggling in that Williams. Game Freaks comes out in 13th place ahead of Chris. And Ryan Webb looking interested in Javier. Javier hasn't got DRS on Laggy Racer ahead of us, but can Ryan Webb go down the inside into turn 1? Yes he will, he will send it, and he's done it. Well done to Ryan Webb. And Hausmann did not overtake Patrick into turn 8. Can he overtake him as the Garbs is very close to Alex, but we need to keep it out of these two. I'd love to have a multi-screen to see many fights happening. We're overtaking, but what about Alex and the Garbs? The Garbs was the only hard runner in this race. He started on the hards. It's paid out for him so far. He's up into 6th place, so he's done a good job so far in this race. Finley Stewart has dropped back to Wojtyła. Wojtyła's medium tyres will be much better at this stage than Finley Stewart, so I think it's time for him to pit to get rid of those. Oh, we've got a spinner, that's Kyle. Kyle not having a good race, down in 19th position, and Hausmann's in the pits to change his soft tyres. Patrick stays out. Is it really the best thing to do for Patrick to stay out? Because he's been losing time already, and Hausmann probably do the undercut on him, which he will. Into the pits on the medium tyres. No, hards. Did I say hards? Yes, he's on the hard tyres. Interesting. So that's a one-stop strategy, I presume, from Hausmann. Williams in the pits, and that is Finley Stewart to change his soft tyres. And F1 champ is up into 3rd place and having an amazing race already on lap 6 of this GP. He's on the back of the Mercedes of Georgian as well. Closer on this occasion, but he's saving the ARS, and he will be very vulnerable on the straight because he will breeze past. and you just let him do it just like that. He's up into second place. F1 champ. The Garb stays behind Alex. He can't make the overtake of him just yet. Racing Point on the back of that Mercedes. Euro Games 9th place, currently on the back of V8 field. Hausberg trying it around the outside, but he can't do it on Game Freaks. And it's yellow to set to 3. And who is that? Is that Otis Joren? He's spun. Wow, what tyres? Your medium tyres. He'll go for more laps. He needs to cool these tyres down. If these are the soft tyres, then he would definitely pit, but the medium tyres, too early to pit. And I don't think he will pit, will he? No, he won't. He'll stay out. They're overheated at the moment, but hopefully they'll get back in shape, and off he goes again. He's got McLaren right behind him, which is Live Now. Live Now did start down at the rear end of the field as Tibbets. I thought he could go to the pits then. Now I've got Meister on the back of well, Live Now is just overtaking him into turn 1, and he gets a 3-second time penalty. As Patrick stays out. That's very interesting. Do you know what? Where is he? Yeah, well, that's an interesting question. Where is he? Hausberg's down in 12th place, and yes, he's got a bit of traffic with him down in 12th. He's got Game Freaks and Timmers to dispatch, and Euro Games too. Euro Games actually got ahead of Hausberg, but he'll have to pit again, of course. Can't take those medium tyres to the end of the race. Yeah, so he's down in 12th. Not really hold up, but he's in a bit of clear air. And Game Freak's on the back of Tibbets. Tibbets is defending, but Game Freak stops to go down the inside. He goes down the inside. Ahead of us, you can see Euro Games has overtaken the 8th field. And Game Freaks has overtaken Tibbets. And Yuri's up into 8th place. So we've got a two-stopper in this race, which is Yuri. So what's Patrick? Oh, he's gone very wide. Understeered off the track. Wojtyla will be very interested and give him more encouragement. The Garbs and Alex were scrapping for 3rd place. As Tibbets has overtaken Game Freaks again, so he's made his way through. Was it a clean move? Did he get a bit of his elbows out? Patrick's in the pits. They go side by side. I won't say forced off the track, he just, I don't know. But it's allowing Hausberg to get even closer and closer. Tibbets has not given up, is he, whatsoever? Coming through the last corners. Alex has overtaken the Garbs up into turn 1, turn 2, as Wojtyla has got ahead of the Mercedes driver. What about further behind? Game Freaks has overtaken Timmets. Finally, he's got the move done, and where is Patrick's up into? Well, it's a 1-stop for sure then. I thought he would do a 2-stop. Patrick's up into 12th place, and he's on a brand new set of hards. His rival is up into 11th. I won't be surprised. I won't be that surprised that he got undercutted, because he did stay out quite a while on those soft tyres. The Garbs 1/10 behind, and there it is. He's overtaken Alex again. Into turn 9 they go. And meanwhile, Tibbets is still not done with Game Freaks, and Game Freaks has been overtaken again by Tibbets, further behind. Good battle going on for 9th, 10th and 11th place. Hausberg, the net lead racer of this race. In fact, you're against the net lead racer because he pitted before all of them did. He pitted under the VSC, and he's going for that two-stop strategy. Let's see how it pans out for him towards the end of the race. Meanwhile, the more he gets hauled up, the more he allows his rival Patrick to get even closer to him. Guess who's leading the race? It's a Racing Point 1-2. They're doing a good job, both on different strategies, so they won't have to worry about who's going to pit first. Meanwhile, one Racing Point's having a good race in first in clear air, while the other one is under pressure from the notorious Alex in 3rd place. The beast of a racer up into 3rd place. I won't mess with him. I hope he's like calmed down a lot from his overtaking, because he always goes for it when the door's open, even slightly. He shoves the door open every time he has an opportunity to overtake. I really hope he's calmed down on that. But yet again, Alex needs to save ERS. Like I said, from the past 20 races, he needs to save ERS. and I was going to be very shocked if he went down the inside of there, but thankfully he did not. Wojtyła versus the Mercedes, further behind. He still can't get past him. Oh, be careful not to squeeze him out, which he hasn't done. Almost did. Good battle going on in the background there. Has he got more straight line speed? He lets him go. Wojtyła has let the Mercedes go into that corner. Was he not confident to take it side by side through there? We all know that Mercedes would have back out Laggy Racer and Novgormeister having a good fight down in 17th and 18th. Nav is on the back of that Red Bull. Saved more ERS compared to Laggy Racer, who's still using it. Look at his straight line speed. He goes down the inside. Committed to go down the inside. Has he got the move done? Laggy Racer late on the brakes too. Has the inside line for this corner. Nav gets a better exit than Laggy. They're both in the party, so I hope it doesn't go bad for them, otherwise they'll be screaming at each other. And Navgormeister stays ahead of Laggy Racer. Meanwhile, VA Field's on the pits, and Alex still can't overtake the Garbs, and he goes off the track, so that's probably a warning for him. Meanwhile, Hausman still can't get past Game Freaks because the DRS train is not helping whatsoever for him. And we got yellow to that's Navgormeister who's just spun. No, they both spun. They've both spun. And they're both back on track. So what happened there then? Has he got a bit of wind damage because of the look of that understeer in the car of that Red Bull? Both spinning the exact same place. Makes me wonder if they're fighting too hard through those corners. Oh, he gets squeezed off the track. Not good respect whatsoever from then. It's turn when he goes. Cuts the corner too. Navgormeister has the long way round as Timmins has overtaken Game Freaks. No, he stays ahead of Game Freaks. But Game Freaks getting closer and closer. Look at that. Needs to overtake him as quick as possible. We all know Tim's going for that extra long stint on those hard tyres. Game Freaks has to overtake him as quick as possible. Hangs it around the outside, but he can't. Has been getting frustrated as Game Freaks try to go for a gap. Surprised Patrick's not caught up very quickly to these guys. As Live Now's in the pits. Alex dropping back just a bit, but look at his ERS. Look at the state of that ERS. He needs to start saving it. He can't use it. You know what? Save it throughout Sector 1. No need to use it. And Sector 3 as well. Why is he using 4 on the straight? He needs to save that. Well, he will learn one day to save it, because you never know, he could have got past if he had ERS. But that's prevented him from doing so. Hausman goes down the inside of turn 5. Turn 3, sorry, it's turn 4. And Hausman stays behind Game Freaks. They both have DRS or Timmins, depends if he will. Will he have DRS to protect himself from Timmins? Well, I mean, Hausman, he's a bit too far back. But Game Freaks hasn't got DRS on the back of Timmins. Will he send it down here? Will he go for it? Yes, he will. Go down the inside. Side by side now. That could have gone very badly if he clipped Game Freaks' tyre. We had yellows to Sector 3. And who was that? Meanwhile, these two are still fighting for 17th position. A bit of having fun, but at the same time, not giving each other respect and enough room because they're pushing each other off the track a lot. Come on, Nav. Come on, Nav. Yeah, not really good, is it? Racing point 1-2 still, 1-2 still, as Alex is now in the pit, so I think they're coming towards the end of the strategy on the medium tyres, but looking at those clouds, will it start to rain in this race? Wojtyła's in the pits too. I don't think Eurogames' strategy has worked like he wanted it to, but the thing is though, he could go on the medium tyres because he started on the softs. He pitted on the VSC on lap 2, so he needs to push as hard as he can on those medium tyres and on the next set too, because we all know that his rivals in 7th place and 8th place will go to the end. And finally Patrick's caught up. Patrick has caught up to Hausman after all this time. Game Freaks still ahead of Hausman. It's been a really good fight for 6th place. Our net lead racer in 7th place struggles to get a good exit coming out of here, which is crucial because he just has the good launch coming out of that corner. Now he's got to think about attacking and defending because Patrick's right behind him too. Just a bit more time loss. and I think it's benefiting the top 2 as well. And dirtier, making their tyres more scruffy, not really helping them whatsoever. Game Freaks will probably pit soon. Yeah, he will pit soon. Those 2 behind him can go to the end, whereas he can't. You have to go on a brand new set of mediums or set of hot soft, whatever he wants to go for. What tyres did he start on, by the way? I think he started on the softs. Yes, he did. He started on the softs. So I think he's doing a two-stop strategy. So he hasn't done the softer hards like these 2 behind. He's done a good job holding these 2 up. It's allowing Yuri Games to get away from both of them. Meanwhile, it's just allowing the top 2 just to make their strategy even better. A brand new set of hard tyres will do them for the end. F1 Champ's done really good. Came back to the league. I don't know where he's been, but ever since he's joined back, he's done a fantastic job. He had a fantastic race in Hungary with F1 Farf too. So let's hope he can keep it that way. So Racing Point 1, 2 at the moment, both on different strategies, as Chris picks up a time penalty. Meanwhile, back at the battle for 6th place. This DRS trade is really not helping. I don't think Houseman's straight line speed is good enough to try and breeze past the Alpha, considering he has DRS and Game Freaks doesn't. I think he just gets a terrible exit coming out of turn 6. Look at Patrick. They're fighting for position, of course. They're fighting to the end of the race on those hard tyres. You have to try and risk a mover past him. Not going to wait for him to go in the pits. When will he start to strike? Right behind that Red Bull. I wonder if that Red Bull's carrying more downforce than the others then, because his straight line speed has not really been effective. Even with DRS, and Game Freaks doesn't have DRS, his straight line speed's not been that amazing for him. Finley Stewart under pressure from Alex right behind him. This is going to be very interesting to watch. The championship leader versus the legend in 12th place. As you're pitted on those medium tyres. But Finley's panicking because he has Alex right behind him. And when you have Alex right behind you, you'll definitely panic. There's no escaping Alex. If a racetrack involves long straights, then Alex will definitely struggle because he struggles to save ERS, unfortunately. When he learns to save ERS, that's the day he'll become even more dangerous, because he will just fly past you. As Joran rejoins down in 13th place. Is that Wojtinho? Yes, he is, and he rejoins behind Wojtinho. I'm only kidding, Alex, by the way, but look at this. Is Game Freaks in the DRS range of Timmins? If he is, that will hurt Houseman and Patrick even more. Let's see if he is. Yes, he is, just in the DRS range of Alex, and has overtaken Finley. No surprise there. I think Finley will have DRS on the back of Alex, so Alex will be unwise to pass him there. Back on board with these drivers then, stay in formation as they were. Alex defending for all he can, but will he go down the inside? We'll go on board with Lime now, see if he'll just try and go down the inside. No, he doesn't, he stays behind. Alex is a Kobayashi, he's not afraid to go through it whatsoever. Not afraid of a bit of wheel banging. As we finally got our race leader into the pits, and where will he rejoin? His teammate will take over the lead and will stay out there. Where did he rejoin? That's an interesting question to ask. He's out the pits. In the background you can see him towards the final corner. Yuri's ahead, and I think they'll definitely get ahead of him. I think they just get ahead of him as well. No? Yes. Wait. He comes out of the pits. He comes out of the pits, and he's up into 5th place. Be careful on the exit of the pit lane. He goes off the track slightly. He's off the track. They'll probably pick up a warning for that. A bit happy at the exit of turn 1. Patrick's through as well. Don't go down the inside of here, son. Keep behind him. We have the DRS, but the thing is though, you're in a DRS trade. Patrick's let him through. Oh, I think he's just a genuine mistake. Cal gets out of the way. We've not mentioned Cal a lot, but I don't know what's happened to him in the race. I think I don't know if he made no mistakes. Meanwhile, Leggy Racer and Navgonmeister not left each other alone, have they? Bayfield has got past Javia. There they are, down into turn 6. That's turn 5, sorry. Turn 6 is here. up to turn 7. Nav picks up a penalty. And I want to see that battle for 10th place because he's overtaken him again. As Javier comes around the outside at turn 8, the 8 field is still there with him. Ryan Webber's overtaking Chris. Good side by side as Javier is up into 15th place. Meanwhile, back on this battle for 4th place, sorry. Is he struggling? I think Patrick's struggling because he's gone wide again and he picks up a time penalty. I don't know what's happening with Patrick. Is he just lost? Has he not focused with that ABS he's running? Has he lost his touch with the brake pedal? On those fresher tyres, you'd expect him to get even closer and closer and closer. We'll have to wait on the straight to see what he can do to get past Houseman and Game Freaks. Navgarmeister versus, I can't watch that because the main battle's for 4th place. The safety car would definitely benefit the Garbs up into 1st place. The Garbs doing a fantastic job. It's much closer this time. He'll pull out to go around the outside. We've got on board with F1 Champ's point of view. Does he leave him a space? Yes he does. That's a tight spot to go down the inside. He pushes him off the track. He rejoins on the track. There's a bit of a tight gap to go down the inside. Optimistic. I understand why he wants to go for it because he's fighting for the potential lead of the race, but at the same time it's a bit too risky because you never know if you can spin around by touching his side pod. Those better hard tyres. That time that Houseman is spent behind as Alex is fighting with Stewart. Stewart still can't get past Alex. Come on, he needs to save ERS. He can't use it, especially at this part of the track. You've got to start saving that ERS. Coming to the final corner. Do you know what? For Alex, there's no need to put it down into 4. It's rather unnecessary because he's just wasted it. We've got a bit of car as Patrick's ahead of Houseman. So what's happened to Houseman? Patrick was struggling, now he's ahead of Houseman. What's wrong, Kevin? I only just saw your comment, mate. What's wrong? Patrick on the back of F1 Champ, but those fresher tyres are aiding him, and he pulls out to go around the outside into turn 8. And Patrick is ahead of F1 Champ, making a bad exit coming out of turn 9. And F1 Champ is back on him. You know what? Tibbets has pulled away quite a lot. He was in that battle for these positions, but he's pulled away a lot. Patrick has the inside for the 90-degree corner, as Finley has overtaken Alex. It's not a 90-degree corner, it's a 45-degree corner. Can't go flat out through a 90-degree corner. That's turn 4 at Mexico. Alex stays ahead of Finley yet again, putting more frustration on that championship leader. Tibbets is in the pits, but he's also got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Crash because of my stupid fault. Oh, don't blame yourself, man. It's okay. He backs out of it wisely because he doesn't want to go for a turn when he wants to wait for the main straight to try and breeze past him. It's okay, Kevin. Don't worry about it, mate. Keep your head high for the next race. If there is a next race, I don't know how many rounds left. But Alex has made his move into turn 1. No, Finley, sorry. Alex is still fighting around the outside of turn 2. Side by side into turn 3. As the Haas tries to go down the inside of V8 field. That's live now, sorry. As F1 Champ has overtaken Patrick, like I said, breezes down the straight. And he's up into 3rd place on the podium. Do you know what? This will be my driver of the day because he's done a fantastic job outside the top 10. Really beautiful strategy. Mediums to hard was the way to go. Finley stays ahead of Alex. This time saves a lot of ERS. Look at this. Game Freaks is going to go down the inside, obviously pitted for a brand new set of mediums. Down the inside he goes, it's turn 9 and turn, so that's turn 8 and turn 9. Oh, who's that? What is he doing? What are you doing? Whoa, I've never seen that before, but I don't know what he's doing. Did he even pick up a time penalty? I don't think he did he? Yes, he should have done. He picked up a warning for that. My guy cut the whole corner, he gets a warning. Luckily for him, I caught it on stream as Game Freaks has overtaken V8 field. Looking behind, Ryan Webb versus JV. Where has Ryan Webb been in this race? I swear I remember him being at the top of the grid, but I don't understand how he's ended up down in 15th place. What has happened to him in this race? He overtakes, well, almost overtakes V8 field. He's alongside him as we go down into turn 1. Navgomeister goes down the inside of Laggy Racer. Oh, they both make contact, but thankfully did not get sent to a spin. In fact, V8 field's off the track. 1 split second I turned my head and I didn't see what happened. So where's the Garbs rejoined in a lovely 6th place, but it's about to be 5th because he's overtaken Chris. Well done to the Garbs. He loses set to 1. I hope that's V8, not V8 field. I think he is struggling. Bless him. He's really struggling. He's been really unlucky for the past races, and I really felt sorry for him. But just needs to work on that racecraft. Look at the Garbs. He's in a really comfortable position from the hards to mediums, mediums to hards, hards to mediums was the way to go. I don't think the two-stop strategy was the way to go in this race. Laggy Racer has got past Navgomeister. There they are. Navgomeister goes off the track. They're both ghosted because of the Ferrari right behind him. Hopefully they'll let the Ferrari go, but it is distracted when you're a ghosted car. Surprisingly, Patrick's not F1 Champ's not pulled away like I thought he would do. Wojtinho's overtaken. Live now into turn 1. He goes wide out. He locks up into turn 1. Into turn 2 they go. Game Freaks picks up he gets the fastest lap of the race. As down the inside goes Joren on the McLaren driver of Lab now. It's been a fantastic race, this has. Absolute cracker of a race. So what's that this time? Oh V8, oh dear. Where is that? That's the I don't know where it is. Near the pit entry. Can Chris finish a race this time? I know he's had loads of retirements. Can he finally finish a race? The Mercedes go down the inside of the Haas of Wojtinho. He's done it. Well done to him. I'm really surprised that F1 Champ's not pulled away from Patrick, considering it's on a brand new set. Apologies for that, bless me. On a brand new set, well, fresher hard tyres than Patrick, considering he's pitted very early on those hard tyres. Hartman too, 2 laps extra. Surprised he's not pulled away. Tyres are almost 10 laps older than F1 Champ in 2nd place. So our race leader is Yuri Games, but he will have to pit again. Don't think he wants to, but he has to, because those medium tyres for sure will not make it to the end. If he does make it to the end, then I'm really surprised. If he wants to go to I don't think he can, will he? It's a bit too late to pit into it, because he should have pitted ages ago. Let's have a look at his tyres. Look at that, you can see him fading away. Those tyres are fading away quite a lot. If he doesn't pit, then he will get a puncture for sure, because I don't believe those tyres can make it to the end. Hello Sam mate, how are you? Nice to see you here. How's everything going for you? How was your SFR race yesterday, mate? Look at that, he's losing a lot of EOS, hence why he's not fast down the straight. Down the inside goes Wojtinho, he's made the move. He stays on track to make the move. Good move from him. Can he get a switch back? Don't think he can. I don't think it's the best idea to put it up to 4 because he's losing a lot of performance on the straight, which he is. He's put it back down into 0. Do you know what, guy? Oh, who's that in the pits? That's V8 fuel. No, that's live now, is it? I'm looking at a comment and I'm saying these two will not make it to the end because they will fight too hard. V8 fuels retired from the session. In the pits, thankfully not race fixing. So, I think these two are just best about at the back. I think they want to have their own race as they make contact with each other. You say they won't make it to the end of the race, but I think they will because I think they're just having a little bit of a mess about. I don't think they care about how many penalties they get. I think they just want to have some fun. Because Nav Gomeister didn't really, well, doesn't race a lot because he's always on the PC. But it's nice to see him back though. At least he's not taking anybody out, and at least he's just had a bit of fun with Leggy Racer. Don't think it's too serious between those two because those two are friends, good friends. So, Bois finished 18th to 3rd with no pace, but everything is good here. Jesus, mate, congratulations, really happy for you. Hudi Haran, that's all I gotta say. 18th to 3rd. Mate, do you know what? Do you know that British GP? I did the exact same thing. I went from 18th to 3rd, and that was my only points of the season, 18th to 3rd. I couldn't score throughout the whole season, but when it came to Britain, I went from 18th to 3rd. That's my only points and my only podium of that season. Crazy, isn't it? Yellow's is set to 1 or 2, and that is Leggy Racer who's just hit the wall. A talented driver is Sem. That's Wojtyła involved as well. Look at that. I bet these guys are all scared to fight Alex as he retired from the session. Has Leggy Racer. I really want to see this battle for 8th place because you've got like Wojtyła, his teammate, Live Now, Tibbets, and Ryan Webb. Well, Ryan Webb's further behind. Alex again can't save EOS, but he's trying his best. I think he's running it automatic. I don't think he's changed it by himself. But that McLaren gets a scruffy exit, and I think he's just lost 2 positions to Tibbets and Urine. Oh dear, we've got yellow flags set to 3, and it's gone already. Jury, my guy, you need to take it very slowly because those tyres don't look good whatsoever. Those tyres. They look fucked, but they look fucked for me because look at them. They're just dead. Let's see how it takes to do these corners. Not too bad. Not surprised if you will struggle through the corners whatsoever. As Wojtyła has overtaken Alex, and his teammates back behind him too. And he's got no EOS as well. Virtual safety car has been deployed for some reason. Right, who's retired from the session then? Why is the virtual safety car? Nav Gomeister has retired from the session. The VSC is helping Yuri. Well, he could have pit obviously. My bold prediction, I dare say F1 champ can win this race. Nothing wrong to Yuri, but don't get me wrong. Realistically, F1 champ has got the pace and better tyres, and compared to that, Toro Rosso on those old scruffy tyres, I don't think he has the best opportunity to try and win this race. BSC has gone in and Eurogames is away. Wojtyła still being under pressure from Alex. Oh, did you see that? Yellow flags again, it's set to 3. What's going on? I don't want to check it. And yellow flags is set to 1. Hasper not really get the best exit cut out of turn 9. Look at that, Alex actually managed to save EOS. And he stays behind Wojtyła as Tibbets goes down the inside, and he couldn't make it. Not side by side, not close enough with the wheel to try and make it into that corner. If Eurogames win this race, I'll be really surprised because I don't expect those tyres to go 24 laps. he wins this race, I'll be very surprised. Those tyres must be dead for sure, because if it's not, then I'm really surprised. If we get into the sun, you can see how much those tyres are absolutely fucked, because look at them. You can see the grain on the left hand side. Just about anyways. Timmins will win. Timmins, bless him, he started in 11th place. Do you know what? I thought I saw a puncher, but he hasn't got. Do you know what? I've got anxiety because I don't think Yuri Games will take these tyres to the end of this race. I think he will get a puncher, because no way in hell you're making it 24 laps on a set of mediums. Especially with all the fighting you've been doing, I don't think. If he can make it to the end, I'll be really surprised. Meanwhile, Joran is still putting pressure on his teammate. Why did he pit? He could have finished the race on hards. Why, Mats? Did he pit? I don't know if he was confident or not. I don't know why he pitted, but that's a good shout, BJ. The DRS protecting himself from his teammate. I want to keep an eye on these tyres. He's got 2 laps to go as Yuri Games. If he doesn't win this race, then I want him to get a podium. You can see that Racing Point getting closer and closer. I think he'll get a podium, depending if he gets a puncher or not. I think he for sure gets a puncher if he can hold on to the past 2 laps, or the next 2 laps, sorry. And down into turn 1 and turn 2. Look at that car, just wanted to step out. I'm getting anxiety from this. Can he finish the race on those tyres? They don't look good whatsoever. They look like shit on those. As we're on board with him. Look at that. I think he might. I don't think the best thing for Euro Games is not to fight, because if he fights, he will cause more stress on those tyres. Euro Games, I don't think the more Euro Games fights, the more these two catch up behind him. I don't think it's the best thing to fight for him to fight as F1 champs get ahead. Right, no, he almost loses it. I don't want to check the pens to spoil it, mate. I don't want to check the pens to spoil it. The best thing Yuri can do is leave him alone, and focus on these two. Hausman, especially because he's further behind as Timmins tries to go for a lunge on Alex but couldn't quite do it. He made a move on his teammate but not the other guy. But he can, because he's a look at his ERS. Again, Alex needs to focus on saving the ERS. They go side by side. Through there. Side by side through here. As Timmins is ahead of Alex. Do you know what? The best thing for Yuri is to stay in his DRS. It's the last lap. It's the last lap of the race. One thing I'm begging for is Yuri not to get a puncher, because if he does, all that hard work he's done just put down the drain basically. I really hope he doesn't get a puncher. I think he's in puncher territory, but if he gets one, then it's just a shame for all the work he's done. He's done a fantastic job in this race. I'm really happy for him. Deserves this result. Just need to be very calm and patient on the throttle, because those tyres will not be able to hold on. Got Patrick right behind him, but Patrick's running out of ERS and running out of fuel and running out of options too to get past Yuri Games. Look at the state of those tyres. Look at that. I really hope he doesn't get a puncher. My driver of the day is F1 champ and Yuri Games if I could pick 2. And JV is retired from the session. I can feel a puncher starting to develop. I can even feel it on Yuri Games' car. Please don't tell me he's going to get a puncher. He's got a few more corners to survive. A lot of load on these tyres, a lot of stress in the next corner. He survived that one, now coming to the final corner. Do you know what? What a fantastic job, Yuri Games. Well done, mate. absolutely cracking stuff as F1 Champs wins the GP. Eurogames has won the French GP because of penalties. Well done to him. That was absolutely fantastic from Eurogames to survive on those old medium tyres. I was getting the anxiety that I get a puncture, but well done to him. Fantastic job. Absolutely amazing from Eurogames. I didn't expect him to win this race. Where did he even start? Started down in 5th place, but my driver of the day is got to be, it's got to be F1 Champ, because I had a shit qualifying, but he came back to for a fantastic strategy, whereas the others couldn't do it, and he finished in 2nd place. If I could pick 2 drivers of the day, it would be F1 Champ and Eurogames, but I could only pick one. Let the people decide the driver of the day. Let the people decide that. I don't want to be biased or anything, but I wish I could give them both drivers of the day if it was up to me. There's your race winner. But what an absolutely fantastic job. I'm really happy for him. Absolutely fantastic. Yuri, I might do podium interviews for the top 3. Shall I do it? Yeah, I should do it. Right, podium interviews for the top 3 then. Why not? Let's do it. Can you invite Houseman, please?
Yes, I can.
How on earth? We're not going to spoil the last questions yet. So this is my first time doing podium interviews. I'll be a little bit nervous, but also it's a learning curve for me. I'll just wait for the other 2 to join the party, then we'll get straight into it. If F1 Champ doesn't join, then he's joined.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Right, Eurogames and Yuri and F1 Champ, can you please put your voice to be allowed to be shared? Go in the party settings and scroll down. There'll be option for do not allow, allow for current party, or just allow in general.
Yeah,
It's allowed.
It's allowed.
Houseman, can you do the same thing, please?
Allowed
go-
to
party inside.
I did now.
Start off with Houseman first. Houseman, you started in 2nd place, got beaten by I can't remember who was on pole. Who was on pole? Patrick. You got beaten by Patrick, but in the race, were you surprised he stayed out on those soft tyres even longer?
Yeah, it was stupid strategy. I thought it was still good for me, but it wasn't. I got lucky because of the slipstream of Patrick and Champ. Without that, I would have been just boring P4.
Were you frustrated behind Game Freaks?
Really frustrated.
So what were you running? Were you in a high downforce setup or a low downforce setup?
3.6 wings.
Oh, so was your straight line speed, do you think it was good enough?
It was just the same as Game Freaks.
Game Freaks also had DRS at the back of Tibbets, which made it even more frustrating.
Yeah, it was.
Did you enjoy the race overall though?
Yeah, after Game Freaks went into the pit and I overtook him, that was fun with chasing down Europe.
Were you a bit peed off because you saw F1 Champ go out the pits and you knew he started outside the top 10?
Yeah, I was frustrated because I know I lost a lot of time because of Game Freaks, but that's racing.
How was your battle with Patrick? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun. It was clean and fair.
Did Patrick finish ahead of you, or was it penalties that?
Yeah, he finished ahead of me, but because penalties, I finished ahead of him, and I was ahead of Champ.
Congratulations for you for your P3, mate. Nice to talk to you.
Thank
And go on to P2. F1 Champ, welcome back to the lead, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good to be back.
Yeah. What happened for the last races? Were you a reserve driver, or couldn't you join?
I'm a reserve, and I keep because people camp the chat, so I never get a seat.
How were you? Tell me what's going to do in qualify. Were you committed to start those medium tyres?
Yeah, I wanted to. I just wanted to see what I could do, to be honest. Because in practice runs, I'm really bad on the soft tyre. It's pretty much the same for most tracks. I just can't do the soft tyres.
I think mediums to hards were the best way to go, or hards to mediums in this race.
Yeah, I was thinking about the hards to mediums and thought, no, it's not worth it. I'll be too slow in qualifying.
What in your last qualifying one, did you make any mistakes?
It wasn't perfect, but I don't think I made any major mistakes. It was just maybe a couple of apexes here and there I didn't hit.
How did you? How was your race overall then?
It was pretty fun actually. I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't really have any issues with any of the driving. Lots of clean driving, so that was good. I was quite lucky off the start. Like 4 or 5 people just spun, so I got a lot of positions there.
Were you surprised when you saw yourself up into first place after everybody pitted?
Yeah, a bit. I was mainly expecting to be in the bottom half of the top 10, but I think, like Houseman, a lot of people got caught up behind people on different strategies, so yeah.
When you came out of the pits, it was a bit of a leery moment between you and Game Freeze, I think. Were you a bit nervous yourself when you went off in turn 2? Turn 1, sorry.
Yeah, I was coming into turn 1 and I knew they were going to be there, but I feel like Game Freaks, I don't know if there was too much he could have done. It was a bit of, he touched me a bit, but it's fine. It was always going to happen through there.
Your race pace was amazing, mate. Nice to see you back. That Hungary race with F1 Fast. Do you know him, F1 Fast?
Yeah, I've only raced with him in that one race. So.
Oh, I thought you two like knew each other because you had both F1 in your name.
No.
But nice to see you back anyway. Hopefully we can see you more. Would you like to be a full-time driver soon?
Oh yeah, this is lots of fun. I'd love to be a full-time driver here.
Thank you very much, F1 champ. You can either stay or leave to join the party. Moving on to our race leader then, Yuri Games. Well done, absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
I did doubt you because you pitted very early in the VSC, lap 2.
There was Yogurt, was in my party, was in my share play. He said, go pit to the mediums. We wanted to go for a 2-stop.
Yeah.
But I think after 5 laps, we looked at the tires and then he said, you can finish the race on it. And I wasn't sure if I could do it, but I was listening to him and I did it. I think my tires were in the end 80% or something or more.
That was close then.
So in your head, if Yogurt wasn't there, in your head, would you think of the soft medium strategy?
Yeah, I think I was going to do a 2-stop, yeah.
I bet those tyres at the end of the race, well near the end of the race, felt absolutely horrible. Were you a bit nervous to spin it out?
Yeah, when Champ overtook me, I almost spun on the exit.
I saw that.
And I was sliding through many corners and I was a bit scared, but I'm still happy that I did it.
Is this your 3rd race win of the season?
I think my 2nd. I don't know.
I bet you're really pleased with this. You won in Bahrain.
Yes.
You came on the podium a few times. Another race. You were supposed to win in Germany, but we all know what happened there. But it's nice to see you back at the top step. Did you know that F1 Champ had a few penalties? Or one, shall I say?
Yeah. I knew it. I knew that Patrick had a penalty and Champ. Kevman was saying that, and then I wanted to stay in the 3 seconds in the end, and yeah, I was so happy.
I bet you were. I bet it was really. I bet you get anxiety because you thought. Did you think you were going to get a puncher there towards the end of the race?
Nah, yeah, but no 2.
Those tyres looked absolutely shocking. Just look at the state. You could see the state of them.
Yeah, they did.
Is there a next race?
I think there is. I will look for it.
But anyways, the top 3.
The next race is Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Right, next race is Brazil. F1 champ, if you're here next week, let's say you are you looking forward to Brazil?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's one of my favourite tracks. So.
And what about you, Houseman? You looking forward to Brazil?
I like it, but the high chance of rain will be terrible.
And you, Yuri, are you looking forward to Brazil?
Not so much, because I'm doing no ABS, the same as today. But I don't like the track with no ABS.
Yeah, I can't really
It's
do the
very
ABS
hard.
around. Turn 1 gets me a lot, and turn 6 does.
Yeah.
But anyway, to the top 3, congratulations, well done. Really pleased for you, especially you, Yuri, and Champ, considering you started out at 12th or 14th. Which one was it?
12th.
12th place. Did you expect to get on the podium whatsoever in that race?
No. I didn't think I'd get close.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my penalty removed anyway, Euro, so watch out.
Oh.
What happened? Did you get forced off the track?
Yeah, I was letting Houseman through to try and get his toe.
Yeah.
And I just, I don't know if I got a touch or something, but I lost control and just went like millimeters over the white line. But I wasn't in control, so I'm hoping maybe,
Yeah, but if someone did touch you, you can maybe remove it, but if you lost control by yourself, or then they can't do that.
If I did get touched, I'll report it. If I didn't, I won't. So you'll find out.
Yeah.
Right, thank you for joining us, all three of you. Been an amazing race. On to the last one, I think, in Brazil.
No,
there's one more.
We have
Italy.
one more.
So you got 2 more, Brazil and Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so Brazil and Italy next time out. Brazil next time out, yeah, at 6:30, F2. So see you there, and see you all later now. Been a good race.